What's up, Sooner Nation? Welcome back to the Sooner Surge for another one of our weekly softball lives. And we are here right now we're here to already looking at the comments rolling in, guys. You got a lot of MVP players that really stepped up tonight, but MVP of this game was Alyssa Brito. Had a couple of bombs. Core was great tonight. Ludlam, great at the plate tonight. So thanks for being on here. We'll get rolling. Keep the comments coming. Appreciate you guys being on another live. Team 2 getting the win, 9-6-2, as you can see there in the comments, guys.
Yeah, it was really huge good ball.
Yeah, there was some great defensive plays tonight. Great defensive plays. And, they were depleted injury-wise. It seems like injuries, maybe the flu bug, but a lot of missing pieces tonight, for sure.
Yeah, what was the deal with the right field? I was curious what people thought about the right field. We played pitches in right field all night. It wasn't just because they're limited, was it? I think it was kind of something Gasso was doing. But, Brian, you're right. Brito killed it. And, guys, those homers were long gone. They were bombs.
Bombs.
Bomb.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Avery Hodges play, I'm sure people saw that. Great play, the double play. Man. And then also Jennings made a great play from shortstop.
Yeah, she did. And Brito had a nice play at short. Fang, yeah, I've also heard with the Maya Bland. I know Maya Bland, the rumor was she had some classes that she had been attending. So, and then maybe some tests. Yeah, that's another thing. If there are some tests, I don't have. Hey, it was nice to have Chris Plank on, wasn't it?
Yes.
The ESPN Plus broadcast with Chris Plank was really nice to have someone that had insight.
Yeah. But Hannah Core.
Yeah, dude, Hannah Core, I think Plank kidded that was maybe the fastest trip around the bases that anyone's ever had when she hit that home run to straightaway center. I believe that was off. Was that off Deal? I can't remember.
Yes.
I think it was off Kirsten Deal.
No, Nicole May.
Was it? I was thinking that was off Kirsten Deal. I could be wrong, though. It's hard to remember because they all play kind of different areas. But the scoring system, yeah, you got the tank, you got the hard hit balls. I didn't even know some of that Chris Plank was saying on there. But yeah, Coleman, it was mentioned on the broadcast thing that almost just like she was bruised up and banged up and just not 100%. So they played her at first base, but her attitude was good. She was smiling and carrying on and goofing around. So can't be anything too serious, I wouldn't think. Yeah, okay, it was Deal and May. Yeah, Deal and May. Yeah.
Yeah. And Maxwell, I believe, I think Torres or Jennings hit a 3-run bomb off, might have been Maxwell. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Brito hit 2 in 1 inning.
Brito was on fire tonight. She also had a double. She was on fire. I'm very interested to see on the shortstop position. Hodge had some great play. I don't know. They tried 3 or 4 people there tonight. So I think they're just going to keep trying until the season starts and then go with something.
Yeah, I agree. And while there was Maxwell did allow some things, this is a great point here by Fang that that jam that she was in. And look, who she struck out was, I challenge you to find 2 more elite hitters to strike out in a row than Brito. You also, Brito and Jennings, but I don't know. Ludlam struggled a little bit behind the plate. I thought there was that one foul pop near the net and the back. She wasn't able to get that. So that backup catcher role. It's Ludlam's for sure. I think she's got to be a little better behind the plate, but actually, Kenzie Hansen played pretty good at first base, guys. Had a nice stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ludlam's bat's been pretty good, guys.
Oh, her bat is great. That home run was opposite field.
Yeah.
Went with the pitch. And I tell you something about Yeah, I don't know if it touched the net either. I was hoping to be able to see that, but there's no replay, and I couldn't tell if it did. But Hannah Core is MVP number 3. I was just getting ready to say something about S.J. Guerin, guys. S.J. Guerin, her changeup again was great. Her problem is if she doesn't locate the pitches, then that's when Ludlam, I think, tattooed that one. She didn't put it where she needed it, but she will keep you off balance with that changeup, and it's hard. Like Plank thought Jennings hit one over the fence, and she didn't. It's hard to get it all against Guerin because she's always mixing up speed so well.
That's right. And Jeremy, I think it was you that said it maybe on the last live, but S.J. Guerin, you said you saw it that she had a nasty changeup, and that's something that maybe she can force her way into the lineup just because maybe her off speed has become so good and so hard to hit that it's kind of going to be hard for Gasso to maybe keep her maybe out of the rotation for a lot of the season.
Brian's right on this, and I've been wondering this watching this team already this year on these battle series. Is they got so many weapons with the bat that where do you play all these people? Okay, I mean let's just name. You got Hannah Core. I mean, speaking of like could be right fielders, right? You got Hannah Core, Torres, any of the freshmen, right? I mean, there's just so many players you could put out there. I don't know what they're going to do, but Hannah Core, if she's hitting the ball like she is tonight, she's got to be on the field for sure.
Hey, just the fact of them having tests and maybe having to run and take a test. I mean, this just demonstrates, guys. I mean, these are college athletes, but it's student athletes. And a lot of us on the viewer side of things, guys, we forget that very easily. But these young ladies, they had to go take tests. There's other things. I mean, it's just sometimes we get caught so up in the softball and the game thing that we forget maybe the student part of it. But yeah,
well, and that's why
to consider.
That's why it's hard when you move the game like it was supposed to be last night.
Exactly.
When you move it to Thursday night, you're dealing with classes and tests and all that stuff that could interfere. So, yeah, ended up being a great night weather-wise, really. I mean,
crowd wasn't as good tonight as it had been on some others, and I wonder if that was also because of the reschedule with Thursday night. Yeah. So many activities going on.
Did you see the Riley Boone foul ball?
I didn't see that.
Hit Lilio in the face mask.
Yeah, okay. I did hear a little bit about that they hope Q's okay on that.
Hey, I'll tell you a Riley Boone kind of sequence that I thought was so impressive. Kirsten Dill's in. She's trying to run that pitch inside. The first pitch to Riley Boone nearly just took her kneecaps out, okay? Riley Boone kind of smiled to Kirsten Dill. Kirsten Dill was kind of smiling. The next pitch sends her out of the box again with an inside pitch, and you could see her over there kind of going through her motion. And I was thinking, man, I wonder if this third pitch in a row is going to get inside. Riley Boone tattooed it right up the gut, right at Kirsten Dill. I thought that was, I mean, to get back in there after two coming at your kneecaps in a battle series game where it doesn't mean the world, and she was able to just smoke one up the gut. I thought that was a cool little sequence, guys.
That sounds just like Riley Boone right there. I mean, she's a gamer. That's what Riley Boone is. Big time gamer. Elite, as soon as a definition of elite. That's right. Yeah, they pretty much pitched. How did Monticelli do tonight? I was catching in and out. I didn't get to see when she was in, guys.
She did pretty good.
Did she? Viewers, what about Monticelli tonight?
Someone earlier was saying Monticelli's in trouble, I thought, but I think they said she's going to be trouble. And, yeah, that comment that is just dropped from the throwing inside the lefties, it sounded like Chris Plank was talking about how she's been working with Rocha and she's really trying to be able to get inside the lefties. And I agree that maybe, it could have been even with the lineup. Maybe that's one reason they threw her is there are some lefties there in the lineup that they wanted her to go against.
Sounds like Monticelli was good. Hey,
she played a good right field too.
I don't know if I've asked this before. Maybe I have. Who's your 1, 2, 3 pitchers right now?
Maxwell, May, and Monticelli.
It's the 3 M's. It's M trip and it's M to the third power.
You would go Maxwell 1?
M cubed, Jeremy. It's M cubed.
Yep.
That's right. Yeah. And I think seeing Kirsten Deal work on the inside game, having these games throughout the battle series gives players the opportunity to work on a lot of things that they're able to progress through the spring practices and really get kind of in somewhat a sense of an in-game experience because Deal, Maxwell, and May, they're not going to face better offensive players in the country than they're having to face in this battle series. Point blank,
Oh.
period. Oklahoma 1 through 9 is some of the best offensive players in the country. So them being able to get this experience is going to allow them to develop their game at maybe a faster rate than if they were to be playing maybe some like lower level teams and like preseason or expedition matches.
Oh yeah, I mean I agree with that. I mean this is going to be the best competition they've faced for a long time. I mean there's not going to be a whole lot throughout the year in the regular season when you look at the hitters that they're having to face. That's why I know Maxwell. A lot of bombs were being allowed, but look who you're facing, right? I mean that's kind of expected, I think.
Yeah, that lineup there, you're talking about bomb wise and home run wise, and it's pretty incredible. Kenzie Hansen probably is not going to be leading the point total, correct? After tonight,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't know, Hunter, if you can pull that.
I would
up.
think Burrito's got to be number one. Again, there's a lot of points though that the coaches decide on some things, and we really don't have all the liberties of having those and what those look like. So I just don't think that Hansen will be one after tonight. She did earn some in the last inning, though. That is correct. Yeah.
That's right. And this is
what Brian's asking about a way to protect the person in the on deck circle.
no. I mean,
I
don't know.
I know sometimes that, of course, this was in men's league softball. They would have where the on deck person had to be on the couldn't be opposite of the hitter, right? So if it was a lefty, you could not be on the third base on deck circle. If it was a righty, you couldn't be on the first base side. I don't know if they do that in softball at all, but I don't think they do. But yeah, exactly. Head on a swivel. That's how you protect yourself. That's probably it. Hunter says that points should be finalized soon. So we'll see how soon that is.
Yeah, usually I think they come out later in the evening after the game. So, hey, Brito, this is a hot take early on in the year. She may win MVP for this team this year. She may be the best player come into the year.
Hey, I want to bring up another thing that I think.
Wait, hold on. But by MVP, do you mean statistically or like the most valuable?
I think RBIs, home runs, all that offensively, I think she'll be the leader.
Okay.
Hey, and it'd be interesting if Love's Field has anything as far as the on-deck thing. But, yeah, I think I agree, Hunter. There's got to be some probably adjustments in the point totals post-game. But I just lost my train of thought, Jay. You were just talking about something.
Burrito.
Yeah, Burrito. Hey, what is everyone's thought? And I'd like to hear from Fang, Brian, all you guys that are on here. Appreciate you guys joining this live. We'll be on here for a little bit longer. What's your thoughts on the captain situation?
Yeah,
do you think they're going to go with one, or are they going to go multiple captains, guys?
Multiple captains.
I'd say one. Wait, well, okay. How many years?
Historically, she's gone one.
Captains, exactly.
There's been a few years she's picked a couple.
There's been a couple years she's picked two.
This could be a year.
I don't think so. I think she's going to pick one person.
Who?
Fang says Hansen.
Is it officially Hansen though?
I don't know if they're.
Fang, has it been released, or is that what
honestly,
you're saying?
If I had an opinion, I think it'll be Hansen and Coleman. I think they'll be the two.
I mean, Hansen makes sense. So does Coleman. I'm just curious if it has been released. I had not seen anything, so I know that decision is going to be made. But I mean, you can't go wrong with Hansen, Coleman, Jennings. they've been there the
Brito?
longest, along with May. I mean, they've all been there the longest, but I don't think it's May. I don't think May has a shot at it, honestly.
Yeah, he says that's his guess, Hansen. So I mean, it very well could be. I could totally see that being. I mean, she's a part of the unit. Battery with being a catcher. That's a strong position of the team anyway, and she's a vocal leader, always has been. So I could see that for sure.
And
Brian says there could be a rotation, maybe because they've all contributed. But I do like this point.
That's a good point, Fang.
And actually, outside of Hansen, probably the most. And also, I mean, she's also behind the plate. She's got a lot of kind of leadership role in that area. And Hansen works with all pitchers. But, she's passionate. But there's also that calmness about her. And that is a good point to make, that you got to have someone when it's great, that, they're not overblown. And when it's not great, they're able to keep composure as well. Not saying that any of the others don't do that, but Kinzie Hansen does kind of fit that MO a little bit.
Yeah, there's a comment thinking there'll be more than one since there's so many seniors. Could be a year where they do choose multiple. Who knows?
Right. And something that you guys said earlier that I want to go back to is just a thought I have about the Avery Hodge play. Oh my gosh, guys. I just now a few minutes ago saw the highlight because I hadn't gone on social media. But I mean,
Yeah.
that's
But
super.
I think everybody knows she can do that. That's not the issue. The issue is the bat.
Her swing looked better tonight.
That's the only issue. I think everybody knows she's a real talented shortstop.
Maybe you see some of like the development path of Riley Boone, where the bat starts off maybe really slow, maybe just kind of develops on sort of a linear path, just straight up, and you see her start to explode and gain confidence and become that 300, 350 hitter with just the development over time.
I mean, you could see that. I mean, she's going to have to play to get better at play. It's kind of one of those things. You can practice all you want, I get it, but until you get in games, I don't know if you're going to improve much at the plate if you're getting one or two swings, a game. So she's going to have to play some good amount to kind of see if she can get that back going.
She looked better tonight, though, I thought. Braden, didn't you?
Yeah.
And the thing
there's
is,
a few people talking about her defense, and hey, Grace Lyons last year didn't have an amazing offensive year, but defensively she was outstanding again with the errors and not many errors. So it is important for that role to do. You got to have somebody that's not going to make mistakes in that position.
Right, but the difference is with this year's team, just my perspective alone is, if you do go with Hodge, there's some you got to go with too, and there's not enough positions for some of them, like Torres and Pickering, and so they may have to do some rotation and rotating around in some other areas if they're going to go with Hodge. Core's been arguably, outside of Monticelli, the best surprise. Pickering has been as well, but Hannah Core has been so consistent, and Hannah Core brings something that some of the others don't, and that's her speed, guys.
Well, I think all around this team's, I think they got more speed than they've had in a few years. I mean, they got some speed. They really do.
Hey, would you guys say that Hannah Core is the fastest softball player you've ever seen play? Just pure speed.
Ooh, man, ever seen play? I don't know if I could say that. I mean, she's super fast. I mean, that's for sure.
She's not faster than Riley Boone, is she?
I don't know. She might be.
I don't think she's as fast as Riley Boone, but I do think she's definitely longer than Riley Boone. So her stride, I mean, she's like a gazelle out there running. She can probably, I don't know about quickness to an area, but the point is she's fast. She's a lead on the base pads. She will get some playing. But yeah, the platooning will be interesting. And that's why Patty Gasso's the GOAT, guys.
That's why she gets paid the big bucks to figure that out.
That's why Patty wins natties, man. That's why Patty wins natties.
Yep.
I'm just ready for February and March already.
I am disappointed, that, we're this far into the battle series and we haven't got to see much of Maya Bland. I was really excited to see her, and the injury bug, I think, and just it's just I wish we could see her more right now in the battle series, but so
She was
Burrito's arm. Hey, and
yeah, Burrito's got a cannon.
Fang did say that, some positions you can platoon. Shortstop isn't one. I would mostly agree with that as well, because that is in softball world, like the base paths aren't far apart. If you bobble at all, you're not getting anyone out at first. But I would say that, Burrito's arm it's a cannon. She whipped that one over there unbelievably.
Brian,
Ella Parker.
I think it's just injury bug, and there's also the flu going around. There was a lot of sickness and then tests. There was just a lot of things together that caused a lot of them to miss tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Agreed. I've not heard anything else on Ella Parker. I was loving getting to see that lefty swing. It was smooth as silk. We'll see it soon enough, I think.
And something that I was super sad about was, you guys know this, but I was super excited to see Maya Bland play. She's the freshman that I maybe have been the highest on in certain ways. And it's just unfortunate. We haven't got to see Sydney Sanders at all. I mean, we haven't really seen a lot of Alina Torres, it seems like. Right? Isn't that
Torres
correct?
has played quite a bit.
Torres-
Yeah, she's played. I do think you're going to see a lot of rotation in the extra hitter role. I think they're going to change that up a lot.
I bet they'll
they'll rotate that a lot.
8 to 10 players that play in that spot this year. Maybe more.
The play that you're talking about was Nicole May was pitching, and she did look at Tad Lay. I don't know if there was communication between her and Tiare as far as who was covering that. They should have known that, but maybe a Tad Lay, and that was the one that hit Pickering's foot, I believe, as she crossed first base. We're not able to turn the double play. Just got one. Hey, that inning though, May made a great play there, and then right after that made another good play where she went and got the back end and threw the runner out at first. So that was good. And and Torres is a strong hitter, guys.
I can't wait to see Pickering this year.
Yeah, she's had an unbelievable fall ball.
I think, to me, look, if I'm going to go defensive lineup, though, Hannah Core starting in the outfield with Boone and Jada. That's what I would do. And then EH is Pickering, because, Pickering had that one kind of bad throw where she threw, and I think hit Burrito as she was diving into third. Didn't hit a cutoff, kind of went to throw it after she got that one. I'm not saying she's not a great outfielder. I'm just saying she's young. I would like Hannah Core's speed in the outfield and using Pickering as the extra hitter some.
Brian, that's a heavy statement right there.
30 runs, that's under 1
30 runs the whole season, bro?
Wow.
He may be right.
You're talking less than –
what was the total last year?
Run, that's like a half a run a game.
What was the total number? Hunter, maybe if Hunter's on here, he can, in the backstage, can look this up for us. It's a little under half a run per game. I'm just curious what we were last year, if you can find that, Hunter. Thanks to Hunter for rolling out the stats here. Appreciate it.
Yeah, the throw Core made. I didn't see that.
Guys, Core's special, dude, in the outfield.
Coming off that injury too,
Fang says around 60 last year.
That sounds about right to me.
Undefeated. That's the only way you can improve on last year's, because they only
go big or go home, Brian. I agree with you.
There you go.
Go big or go home, man.
Hey, you realize they could have been undefeated last year. The one game they lost, they did not have K9.
That's right. Hey, and we talked about the freshmen, and then next season, guys, Audrey Lowry just got award for I think she got moved up to number 2 in the class, and we had Tia Malloy on with us. I don't know if y'all have seen that. If you haven't, go back and watch the interview. Tia Malloy is going to be a just rock solid, amazing player for Oklahoma. The next 2 years with these recruiting classes plus what they brought in, guys, this could be a long streak here.
Oh yeah,
of natties.
OU0.97. 100. That's the question. Is we did a video kind of at the beginning of the year about what is this going to be as far as streak wise? Some people said mid 70s, 100. That would
Brian,
be
he's a bold guy, man. Appreciate that, Ben.
Brian's
Appreciate
swinging
that.
for the fences times too, dude.
it very well could happen. 50. Man, Fang was spot on. He said
Oh,
60.
yeah, 59.
Fang knows it, man. The softball, man.
So Brian, you're thinking they're going to allow half the amount of runs as last year. That's tough to beat. I mean, last year they
Taking away Jordy Ball too. I mean,
59. That's
But
about a
they
run
are-
a game.
Arguably better though. Hey, we're arguably better this year than last year. If I ever get on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and there's a OU softball question for the $1 million, I just pray I still have my phone a friend, and it's going to be Fang. I promise you.
You look at that stat right there. That's true, Hunter. Hunter, you're dead on with that. 9 of the 59 came in 2 games versus.
No.
That's true.
dude, that
Oh, yeah.
Clemson game, guys, the Kinsey Hansen home run. I don't know if I ever screamed so loud during a softball play in my whole life until that play. You don't even know.
Well, hey, you talk about the conference. I mean, the Big 12, they could shut. I mean, outside of Texas, the Big 12 is not strong.
OSU's
That's a lot
pretty
of
good.
the-
Well,
They're not great.
Oklahoma State will be pretty
OSU's
good.
pretty good.
We'll see. Baylor's supposedly the up and coming team, but
I mean, Iowa State's not bad every year. They're solid.
Yeah,
Hope-
and this is right. OSU has
Oh.
no ace. They lost Maxwell.
Who was the freshman that they had last year?
They had a pretty good second pitcher last year behind
yeah.
Maxwell.
She was a freshman.
Yeah, she was pretty good.
Yeah,
we
she
will
did.
have to have the voice of OU softball on again. He came on at the end of last year. We got to have him on again because he is to softball what Toby Rowland is to the voice of OU football. I mean, Chris Plank is phenomenal. It was great to have him on the ESPN Plus telecast tonight. Yeah, we need to have a rewatch of that, the 7th of that game again. It was unbelievable, dude. That game was just. As a Sooner fan, I'm talking Sooner sports fan. I don't know what would have beaten that moment. It's up there as top moment in Sooner sports history.
Hey, it's going to be, you talk about, I've been around for a lot of senior nights in many sports, but the senior night they do this year for these seniors is probably going to be one of the most emotional for the fans, for the players, for Patty that's ever been there in Norman. Because they're losing so much.
It is. And I think Gasso knows. I think Coach Gasso knows the transition that's about to take place after the next season. But all she's done is basically just stockpiled athlete upon athlete upon high recruit upon high recruit. And you saw what Audrey Lowry said when she committed. She committed on the spot, basically, with their parents there at breakfast with Coach Gasso. And if you read that article, guys, I mean, there are tears from Gasso and Lowry. Are you kidding me? I mean, that's the relationship that Gasso has with these athletes and these young women, and it's amazing. And 9 out of 10, probably 10 out of 10 would say that's really the draw. Even though it's championships and championship mindset, it's also the draw of being just so impacted by the greatest coach of all time in softball world and maybe women's sports history, guys. You got Pat Summitt and Pat. I guess the Pats and the Patties are elite because Pat Summitt and Patty Gasso probably are the 2 greatest coaches.
Oriama too, or whatever at UConn.
Yeah, but he's talking female coaches, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah, and I mean everything that you need to know about Patty and the culture. Just go back and hear what Grace Lyons had to say last year. I mean, like, come on. It's incredible. And speaking upon that, something that Jeremy said was how he's maybe kind of seeing it to be a transition period. And I think it'll be a transition period in a way that's going to help this program. So, I mean, just the talent they have coming in, they're going to be able to stockpile some young core players that are going to stay here for another 3 to 4 years. Win some more national championships. I mean, this dynasty's not going anywhere, guys.
No.
None
Hey,
of
I love this comment from
anywhere.
Ben about Darth Vader. That would be amazing walk-up music for K9.
Oh,
And
God.
hey, what would you play, viewers? What would you play the first time Kelly Maxwell takes a mound against OSU?
It wouldn't be should have been a Cowboy. I promise you that.
Well, what's a song that goes like talking about don't raise your kid to be a cowboy or something like that?
Mama, don't let your babies grow up.
Babies grow up to- yes.
That'd be the one.
That's right.
Well, guys, we're about 30 minutes in. I know anyone who's not on this will be able to still view this because it will be posted. But we're going to continue to cover softball, not just weekly, but really every other day or so. We have some things popping out. We'll try and get some more player interviews on here. I cannot say enough, viewers, for what you guys do and what you guys bring to this. Again, I am just flabbergasted at the support that Sooner Surge softball videos have gotten, and it's because of you guys. And you're not just fans, you're knowledgeable fans, and we appreciate you guys being on here. I cannot say enough. And we love, this is some of the highlights of our week, to be able to talk Sooner softball with you guys. And let's keep it going all the way up till the opening game in Loves Field. Maybe we'll see you out there at the stadium and we can have a little get together there with you guys. And again, there's some good comments rolling in. Keep them coming. Appreciate it. Great night again at Marita Hines, guys. Till next time. Boomer.
Boomer.